But this mob mentality started shortly after DeSantis' overwhelming win for re-election as Florida governor. That's when Trump first began to strike.
We're winning big, big, big in the Republican Party for the nomination like nobody's ever seen before. Let's see, there it is, Trump at 71, Ron DeSantis at 10%.
Except the numbers didn't look like that then, and they certainly don't look anything like that anymore, with some polls showing DeSantis beating Trump. But like a guy who's about to get a hit put on him, DeSantis is treading very carefully. After regular jabs and attacks from Trump, since even back then, this is what he said yesterday as he very cautiously tries to defend himself without actually defending himself.
I roll out of bed. I have people attacking me from all angles. It's been happening for many, many years. And if you look at the good thing about it, though, is like if you take a crisis situation like COVID, the good thing about it is when you're an elected executive, you have to make all kinds of decisions. You got to steer that ship. And the good thing is that the people are able to render a judgment on that, whether they reelect you or not. And I'm happy to say, in my case, not only did we win reelection, we won with the highest percentage of the vote that any Republican governor candidate has in the history of the state of Florida.
But can Ron DeSantis really keep up the turn the other cheek strategy and accept the abuse? Now, Nikki Haley certainly bracing for Trump's worst as she gets ready to announce her presidential bid. This, as you may have guessed, did not garner the full support, shall we say, and love from her former boss.
Nikki Haley made the statement that she would never run against some president. Nikki Haley called me the other day to talk to me. I talked to her for a little while. But I said, look, go by your heart if you want to run. She's publicly stated I would never run against my president. He was a great president. I'd never run.
There's that loyalty thing again. Now, Nikki Haley did actually say she would never run against Trump. But both DeSantis and Haley are sort of tough talkers who've shown they can serve it up in the ring. But it does make you wonder, is Trump just too tough for them? Why are they so afraid? Let's ask Jim Schultz. He served as special assistant and senior associate counsel in the Trump administration. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so why no counter punches at all? I mean, it seems everyone is so afraid of Donald Trump.
So, look, I wouldn't say that Ron DeSantis turned the other cheek there. I disagree with you. I think he's starting the message, which is, look, I'm a winner. Ron DeSantis is saying, I'm a winner. And Trump's message all along was, what did he say? We're going to win so much, we're going to be tired of winning. We lost in 18, we lost in 20, and we didn't do what we were supposed to do in 2022 with most of the candidates that he endorsed. So, especially in the high-profile races and in the races that he endorsed. So, I think Ron DeSantis is starting that messaging to get under the former president's skin. And he's talking about winning. You see Chris Christie doing it every weekend on the television. He's out there like a battering ram talking about how the president can't win. The president's lost a number of elections. And I think folks are picking up on that. And I think that's what Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are going to come out and say. Look, we were winners in our states, and we can be winners for the country. And I think that's what you're going to start seeing people say. But they're going to have to take him on it, similar to what Chris Christie's done in the last couple months.
So do you expect that DeSantis and Haley will start hitting back more directly, shall we say?
I think it's more about getting under his skin, talking about how he hasn't won, because that's what's going to impact him the most. And Christie knows Trump better than anybody. That's why he's been pushing those buttons.
Yep.
He helped prep them for debates, known him for the last 20-some years, and he just keeps doing it again and again and again and jabbing. And I think you're going to see some of the other folks start to follow suit on that, because I think that's the Achilles heel for him.
But why? Why is getting under his skin the goal?
Because then he becomes more petulant and more petty, right? And gets off message, and really that's what in politics, that's a pretty good strategy. Gets him off message, he becomes more petulant, more petty. He starts with the nicknames like he did the last time. Now, that was effective the last time. I think people are tiring of that now.
And any role
and when I say last time, I mean 2016.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.